So I have some thoughts, but I don't really know how I'm going to start. So we'll just see what happens. um, there is a belief that enlightenment cannot be explained. Um, that what I guess makes a mystical experience is that it's indescribable. Um, but I think that's true about every experience in one way, right? Um, you know, uh, when someone asks me what something tastes like, it's like, I don't know how to explain what something tastes like, right? I mean, if there's context, right, I could say it's chocolatey, it's creamy, but someone would have to know what chocolatey and creamy. They'd already have to have an idea of what that is so they can put together an image in their head, right? Someone who's never experienced bitter before, how do you explain bitter to them, right? Um, so I think from that sense, that's true. Um, but I think that I think that it is explainable. I think that maybe there's a time when it really wasn't. But I think that um, I think in this day and age, there's so much, potentially for many of us, we're absorbing so much content about the mind, so much content about feelings, so much content about the human experience and what it means to be a human. Mental health is a huge topic. So much out there about spirituality. Mindfulness is pervasive. So many people are doing yoga in one form or another. Um, and I think that our society is probably primed in a way that previous societies weren't, to be able to understand this a little bit better. So I've heard Rupert Spira say, I think people are mature enough for a direct path. And by that same respect, I think society is mature enough to understand an explanation of enlightenment. So an explanation popped into my head recently, which seemed pretty good, and I haven't fully grasped it, but it seems like the start of something. But understanding all the concepts behind enlightenment, I think anyone can take a look within themselves and find that there is no self. I think that's not too hard. It's not too much of a leap. It may take a while to grasp that that's even a possibility, but once you really start looking for it and you can't find it, then you can't find it, right? Same with time. No one can really say that they can step into the past right now, that they can experience the past. Everything is freedom, everything is peace. These are all things that can be noticed. And I think once someone has had the opportunity to notice those, the rest is comprehensible. And I think what I would say enlightenment is, I would say it's, first off, the recognition that this mindset can exist, right? If I can perceive these things, when I choose to, this can be a default perception, right? And in a way, it's a choice, right? It's just a choice that there isn't anyone who actually makes that choice. But I really do feel like a choice is the right word. It's the choice to embrace this as the truth, as a reality, or maybe a truth, maybe. But I think when it's really enlightenment, it's enlightenment is the recognition that from this moment forward, this is going to be my mindset. So it's kind of beyond a choice. It's just the recognition that that's the way things are going to go. And well, we could talk about why they're going to go that way. They're going to go that way because they can, because it's not hard, and they're going to go that way because it's so much better, right? Life is so much more joyful when it's not about me, right? Dissatisfaction is so much more tolerable when I'm not the one experiencing it. So yeah, there's that.